Hey guys, Rexosaur here. I was looking at the wrong counter and I thought it wasn't recorded and I panicked, but it is recording, so I was looking at the wrong counter. I really need to shave. This is what happens on a Monday after you've had a week off work. Just panic. Also, my hair's a little bit all over the place as well. Anyway, how's it going, everyone? I hope that you're okay. I've not even opened this correct. Welcome to Update Monday on the 2nd of August 2021. I almost said 2018. That is not correct. Hope you're all doing good. It's been a week. Like I said, I had a week off because originally this was the week I was supposed to travel, but due to current restrictions it was unable to do so. But I did last Monday get my first vaccine, which I did tell. I said it on the Update Monday. I also said I had a week off, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, so that's good. Yeah, so what happened in that week? A lot of gaming, not a lot of anything else if I'm going to be perfectly honest. I completed Battle Sector. It was very good. I reinstalled Civ 5. It is really good. And then people were like, why aren't you playing Civ 6? And it's like, I don't have Civ 6, that's why. Okay. If you really like my Tsunami impression, that's because I spend too much time with him, obviously. That's the only reason that that's so good. Yeah, so that's all good. And then, sorry, I'm also looking at my work laptop to see if there's any messages coming through, because there are messages being sent but not directed to me, so that's always good. Anyway, yeah, so played Civ 6, still playing Civ 5, still playing Civ 5, World of Tanks, playing a bunch of Euro Truck Simulator. I've done a lot of long hauls and they take a long time and I regret doing them, but also 100k every time, it's pretty a lot of money. So yeah, that's going well. What else? I played Battle Sector. What other games have I been playing? Well, lately it's been World of Tanks in the morning just to finish my dailies until the big new update comes out, which might be next week. Then Euro Truck for a haul, and then some Civ 5, and that's basically everything I've been doing. I've been watching a bunch of streams. I've been watching a bunch of really cool D&D related streams as well. They're really fun. We played D&D on Thursday. That was a lot of fun. I've discussed certain things with my character, with my DM, which will be really nice to go through in the future. They're like long-term character goals and stuff. So that's always fun. I know Cucumber listens to these, so don't worry, it's not going to affect anything. Like, this is literally the thing with D&D, is that it's not just mechanics and things, it's about your character and where you think they're developing. So I had a discussion with Cameron about Edith and her development and where I wanted to go going forward from a purely role-playing perspective. So you'll probably come into it down the line, but it's like, you'll see it when it happens. But I'm not going to murder Frayne as much as I want to. As much as we all want to, or throw. I try and throw a stone. Did you say a stone? Stone cutting. Yeah, and then yesterday, so I just went on a tangent there. Yesterday we watched the final 2 episodes of Band of Brothers. No spoilers, but for those who've seen Band of Brothers, you know what those last 2 episodes are, and they are very heavy episodes, but they were done in such a way that was really good. The 9th episode especially, like, there was a whole section where all of us were just like quiet and contemplating and just shocked, I think is the best way to put it. And some of us were just like, oh my god, or in disgust and things, and I was just there like, okay. And then one of the characters, who's a translator, speaks to one of these people, and I just started crying. I shouldn't laugh about it, because I was I was like the amount of empathy that I have for these people is it's like I just couldn't help but empathize, and it just really got me to the point. And you got to give credit to the writing and the acting and everything, because obviously it's not real. It's a depiction of real events, but it's not real. And I just couldn't help but put myself in the situation of those unfortunate individuals, and unfortunate's very much below the mark of what they went through, but yeah, I just couldn't. I was crying and I just couldn't stop. It took me a while to get over that, and then the episode carried on, and then the next episode after that just gave me another wave, mostly towards the end. Obviously, I'm not going to spoil it, so I'm not going to go into details, but yeah, it's just you had a moment where one of the opposing generals speaks to all his men, and that also made me go, because it really puts you in the situation of although it was a war between ideologies and massive nations and billions of people were affected and millions of people died, in the end, everyone is human, so everyone was affected in a similar kind of way, and it was a really good way to end the note and stuff. And then right at the end, where you get all the real life individuals who the whole series is based on, speaking, and then giving you a little snippet of text. Oh my god, that got me going as well. And then everyone started discussing what we'd watch next week, and I was still reeling from it all. But yeah, it affected me greatly. The World Wars really, it's a really heavy topic. As someone who did history for quite a while and learned a lot about it, I did a whole course on German history basically from World War One all the way up to the end of World War Two, and yeah, it's hard, it's difficult, it's confusing, it's heavy, so it's a really good show. I can't recommend it enough, but it affected me in a very different way, I think, than the other people who were watching, or maybe not, but yeah, it was a show. Definitely recommend it. It's not as heavy as other things. If I was to compare it to something else that affected me in a really visceral way, it would be Joker. I know that's really, really jarring and different, but Joker's a kind of movie that I really enjoyed, but I will never watch again because I enjoyed it and because of what was being spoken about it and the mental health aspects of it and the societal commentary of it. I couldn't watch it again. This is different. It affected me very much in a similar visceral way, in kind of a raw emotional way. But I would watch it again, definitely, because it's really good. Maybe not straight away, but I would watch it again. It's the same thing with, to put another thing on the weird triangle, Avengers Endgame. That affected me viscerally, but proper viscerally, but in a more emotional, grief, loss kind of way. But I've watched it again several times since. But yeah, that was a really, really good one. But yeah, so that was a bit of a rant there about Band of Brothers. Definitely, as I said, recommend it. We're going to be watching foreign films going forward for the next few weeks, probably 3 weeks, because that's how trends work. We do 3 weeks of something, 3 weeks of something, and then we get some exceptions, like Band of Brothers being 10 episodes. We might as well do it over 5 weeks. I don't mind. So next few weeks should be foreign films, so that'll be really, really, really cool. It's a bit of a shame. I said to the people on the chat who were there, but there's a lot of French films that I would really like to share with people, but they've not been dubbed or subbed because they are very much intrinsic. They're films from the 70s, and some films from the 60s. They're so funny. They're because French comedy films are my favourite genre of French film. Although they do good films in general, but French comedy is the pinnacle of French cinema, basically. But the issue is that it doesn't translate super well in dub, and they don't sub it because no one wants to watch a French movie. But it's really good because, like, I personally feel like although half of French comedy is wordplay, spoken word, and how people talk to each other and what they say specifically, the other half is like this amalgamation of a modernization of Charlie Chaplin slapstick. So it's really like there's a specific scene right at the beginning of one of these movies I would love to show, where a guy basically he's basically got the worst luck in the world. That's the stick of this character, and he's about to go on holiday, and the other principal character reverses into his car, and it just like lightly taps it, bumps it and stuff, and you know they have a little bit of a "you bumped it, go wah, wah." And then the guy's like, well, this guy's totally fine, you can still go on holiday, you can still go. And then the guy's like, okay, well, sure, I'll get in. Gets in, and then the entire car just collapses around him. It's so fucking funny. And then that leads on to the main intrigue. But bloody hell, like, there's some really, really good comedy out there. And I wish I could show that, but I can't, unless I were to go around and sub it myself, which is something that I have actually, like, thought about doing. But those films are relatively long, and it would take me a long time to do so, and also find the correct, like, modem. I probably could do it one day. But yeah, it would be really funny. But that's the shame of French cinema. The films that usually go up and are put ahead, they're not always... they're good. Like things like L'Artiste was really good, but also it was a silent cinema, so you could transport that quite easily because there was no text or no spoken word. But yeah, I don't know. That's me rambling again. What else? I'm trying to think. There really is nothing, to be fair. Trying to think. No, that's about it. Been watching a bunch of... I've been catching up with the SGDQ Summer Games Done Quick. That's been really fun to watch at the moment. I really enjoy that every year that it happens. And then there's also AGDQ, which is the one they do at the beginning of the year, which is always fun. I really like speedrunners. It's something that I would be tempted to dabble in if I had time, but I know it takes thousands and thousands of hours, and I just don't have that patience. But it's really interesting seeing them do their stuff. Really, really good. So if you're into video games and you're kind of interested in watching a speedrun, then going into the Awesome Games Done Quick, or just Games Done Quick YouTube channel, or on their website, it's always really fun to have a dabble. But yeah, that'll be all for today. You get another long-ish Update Monday. That's what I'm doing. That's actually weird that Update Monday does abbreviate to So with that, have a good week, and I will talk to you at some point during the week or next week for next week's Update Monday. Ta-ta and farewell.